Good evening, this is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com, and tonight I'm doing a market review in the QQQs. Today is January 3rd, 2013. Hello, 2013. Welcome, new year. It's going to be a great year. Now, let's just look and see what the market did the last couple of days, shall we? Well, here we have this huge big green bar that happened on December 31st. The last trading day of 2012, this happened. Little surprise, but then again, not so much. All right, fine. The market wanted to rally. Am I concerned about this? Do I think all of a sudden now we're going to rally all the way up here? No, maybe, but I don't think so, because I think the market is going to break under here. All right, I see that happening. Now that's how I read this. Then I saw this. Then I looked at charts on the first. Got up the next morning, huge gap up. I said, all right, big green day like this, huge gap up, can't buy this thing. Fine, all right. My bias and call for the trading room in the morning was that we're going to come in, okay, they were going to come in the morning and either hold, okay, or do a nothing day, basically go nowhere because of the big rally in the gap up, or come in. Now, we did come in the morning, then we based out, and we basically broke out and did a breakout play, but it happened very late in the day. Very fast, like it was after 3 o'clock. We'll go look at it. And then when we did that, we broke out over this red bar here and pushed higher. Okay, fine, not a problem. That is strong. This is strong. To have this big green bar and this huge gap up and then break out like that is strong. So fine. If that's what the market wants to do and turn around and go bullish and rally back up here or break out to new highs into 2013, fine, let's do it. But you know what? When I got up this morning, I saw this. I said, okay, fine, the market's going to rest today. Now, it's just going to rest. It's had a big move, a huge move, another big move. It has to rest. It's either going to have a small doji day, which is a green body, or a small doji day of a red body. Tried to break out higher, faked up higher, which even called in the room and said it's going to fake out higher and it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to fake out, like it's going to go higher and then come in. Thought it would have a small body day around here. And look at what the market did. This red body bar today, and the move they've made all the way down here, low is 66.65. The open of this bar is 66.69. It went under the open of this bar here and this low. This body here of the red bar body and the green bar body is almost equal. You see that? In fact, let's just look at it. The close was, okay, the open was 67.20. The close, so that it was 20 plus 15, 35 cents. 35 cents is the actual body of this bar. And this bar opened at 66.69 and closed. Okay, and the body of this bar was 51 cents. 51 cents. Oh, this was 82. Hold on. This is 51 cents is the body of this bar. And the body of this bar is 20 plus 18. All right, it's 38 cents. So this is within 12 to 13 cents difference. Is the only difference in those two bars of the body. Now, what does that mean? That, to me, is not what I expected to see today. Every time I think that the market's going to break out higher, because all the people love to be bullish, all the people love to be bullish into the new year, everybody says, fine now, there's no fiscal cliff, they passed the thing, everything's fine, yada, 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 people want to buy. You know, every time I say, fine, do it, you know, convince me that we're going higher. I almost get convinced. I almost get talked into it. I see this bar, I'm not convinced. I see this big gap up, and I see the way it closed, I said, okay, fine, I'm almost convinced. We're going to rest today and go higher. Fine. I'm almost convinced. And then I see the way we close today and I say, no, not convinced. You see how I'm almost convinced and I'm not convinced. Now, of course, everybody that wanted to go long is convinced all over the place here because they've always wanted to be long all this whole time. And I say we were heavy. So I'm even more convinced than ever that we retest this area here, that if this does not hold here, if this bullish gap does not hold here, we come back down in here. And it's more muckety-muck, choppity-chop in here, which is why I'm so glad that I play gaps. all right? The market is still trying to figure itself out. If the market wasn't still trying to figure itself out, this wouldn't have happened today like this. This bar is almost the same size as that bar. That is not what you want to see. Today should have been a rest day. It shouldn't have been this red. And I don't know where we're going to open tomorrow, okay? But tomorrow's going to tell us even more, because if we can hold this gap, if we cannot hold this gap and we come in anytime in the next week, that is not bullish, okay? The retracement of this bar here, if we can't hold this gap and come back down in here, that's not bullish. Even though everybody wants to be bullish, I have to read what's happening in real time. I was almost convinced yesterday, almost convinced this morning. I said, we're not going anywhere though, really today. And now I am no longer convinced at all, and I'm back to my original bias, which is the market is in a congestion area. The market's trying to figure itself out. The market hasn't made a decision yet. It's a wait and see. My bias is still heavy. The thing is, the market has had so many chances to carry itself higher, and every time it tries, it cannot do it. And at some point, you have to say, it can't do it, all right? And quite frankly, if we cannot hold the gap from yesterday, that to me will mean major problems for the market turning around into a downtrend and holding that downtrend. And that it will almost I will feel a lot of conviction that the market really has made up its mind at that point. Now, it didn't happen yet. I don't know if it's going to do that, but I'm leaning towards that right now after the way we close today. It will depend how we trade tomorrow. So let's just look at what really happened here on the 15-minute chart. This was yesterday, okay? Faked out higher was never going to happen, okay? We just had gapped up too far, and after that move on Monday, came in like I thought we'd fall actually into the day. Thought we'd be red yesterday, didn't. Started to base out. Looked like we were going to drop in here. And then obviously after we went over this topping tail on the 15-minute chart, the market broke out then. It didn't happen until 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock it broke out and really pushed then into the close here into 3:45. And then where we opened today was so tight. It was just nowheresville all morning long until the drop-off that actually happened here was ignited at 2 o'clock, major reversal time, and just dipped down here and dropped off a little bit too much for what I would have wanted to see it do today. I would not have expected to see it do this kind of sell-off here this afternoon. And actually, I have to go back and look at the econ. There was news out that happened here. There was the FOMC minutes that happened here at 2 o'clock that created that. That probably helped that happen there. So long and short of it is that every time I say, fine, the bulls are in control. We're gonna go higher now. Something else happens that shows me that the market can't do it, which just confirms that the market is confused and trying to figure itself out. But at some point, after all the multiple chances to rally, bullish gap here, daily sell setup failure here, bullish gap up here in the 200, gap up here, bullish gap up here, and the 50 can't hold it. Buy setup in the market as a power trend here, and a power trend here, and a gap up here over the 200, and cannot move higher even after that. Gaps down again, and falls and retests this area, which I knew it would, breaks it down to another area here, which by the way is nothing, okay, because this is going to break this too. It's going to break this. It will break this. I don't know when though, because it depends what we do here, but I feel so much conviction that we break this area here. And let me tell you something, to not hold this gap and break this bar, we're lower whenever we do it. So we have to wait and see, but I really feel that for that to happen, those two things will be will be not good for the market. Will be deadly for the market. The market will turn, all right, because a lot of people bought in here. And nobody should have bought in here. This is a kamikaze play. You don't buy after a high gap up like that. This is not an entry. This is a terrible entry to go long. I wouldn't have gone long here, but people did. This is a terrible entry to go long. Look what happened the day after, all right? The only way I'm going to be convinced we're going higher is if we hold this gap. The only way I'm going to be convinced we're going higher is we actually get over this resistance area right in here. Do you see this area in here? Let's gap up over it and trade over it and trade up. Then I'm convinced we're going higher. Gap up over today's red bar. then I'm convinced we're going higher. Convince me. I'm waiting to be convinced. I don't see it. And every time I'm almost convinced, something happens. So the key to being a good trader, I don't care what you do, day trading, swing trading, core trading, you're a long-term investor, read the market, read it in real time, read the price. I'm reading the price real time. Real time, I'm reading the price and I'm making decisions, and I may be changing my decisions in real time, real moments, because you have to do that to stay sharp. You've got to do that to stay sharp. If you don't do that, you won't stay sharp and you're going to make incorrect decisions. You can't stick firm and fast to your bias and not read what's really happening. I feel the market's heavy. I feel we're going to turn around. I feel we're going to retest this area down here. I don't think this is any kind of support that's going to hold. And if we do that, it's very bearish. That being said, I have to wait and see until it happens. And I know that the way we closed today was not a bullish close. It may have happened just because of the econ that came out, but it doesn't matter what the reason was. It happened anyways. And there was selling in there that was almost the same body size of a bar as yesterday's green bar. So that's the story. Any questions, email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com if you'd like more information or information on my trading room, my live trading room, or my Golden Gap class that I'm doing in January. Feel free to contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thank you and have a great night.